Hello all. So here we'll continue with the second part of this tutorial. So as you can see over here, we have modeled this particular bike, a pubg bike, till here. So let's continue with it. So let's get started. So as we have done till the handle part, so we'll just select this handle now. We'll go into it, activate this option, and we'll just push this out like this. Select this and we'll take it like this over here. Now the next step over here is just select this part, just push this up like this, and right click, convert to editable poly, push it up, and now we'll take a swift loop over here, click OK. We'll work on this nut part, press Alt R, ring, control and click on this polygon and use the extrude option and keep it on the local normal. That's it, and click OK. That's it. Okay. So now as you can see, we have done this part like this over here. So now let's start working on the handle part over here. So for the handle part, what we'll do is we'll work on one side of the handle part. So let's convert this into editable poly. Click over here. Let's click on the swift loop. So let's click it over here and select this and give a bit of a extrude option, reduce it to very less, click OK. So now the next step is you can just push it a bit more out from this part. Again take a swift loop over here, push the loop a bit more closer, select this polygons and extrude it and make a bit more bigger. Click OK. Go to the vertices. So select the vertices, or what you can do is just click on the ring, control click on the polygon and shift a bit inside. Now the next step over here is just click here, go to the edge part, press loop and give a chamfer. Give the chamfer value and reduce this part and click OK. That's it. So as you can see, we have generated this part. So let's save as it. So we'll make one more copy of it. That's your, let's name it as your bike 2 over here. Now we are left out with the handle part. So let's select the handle part over here. So before doing that, we'll still go with one more loop over here. So take one loop, and take one more loop over here at the corner. Select this and use a bevel option and push this down. As you can see, we have generated this kind of a handle stuff over here and click OK. That's it. So let's go into this view. Let's go into this view and select this, and you can just push it a bit more inside. You can click over here. You can select this edges and give chamfer. Okay. So just undo it, remove this two edges and give the chamfer part. Sorry. So as you can see, we have just selected these edges. First remove these two edges by pressing Ctrl and backspace on your keyboard. Select this. So make a loop and give a chamfer and click OK. That's it. So as you can see, we have just generated this details of it. So if you still want some more details, so you can still generate some more details over here. So you can just select this polygons and you can click on the extrude option over here and click OK. Second, select this edge, click on the loop option and scale it like this. So as you can see, so this is what your handle, acceleration handle will look like. To generate some more details, you can add some more and more loops over here. You can generate this kind of details over here. That's it. Okay. So now we want to make this part the brake section. So what you can do is just select this part, click over here and here. You can take this two loops. So before doing this, what I'll do is I'll add one swift loop over here. Select this polygons over here and here and click on this extrude option. So as you move this extrude out, just scale it and click OK. That's it. So now after doing this step, you can just push this out, take one more loop over here and you can just scale it. That's it. So select this polygon and click extrude over here, push this out. So if you click it, if you click press plus, so it's going to make a copy of it and click OK. So as you can see over here, you can just resize this part and you can just rotate it like this. Select this part, select this, click it like this, push this like this. That's it. So just go on selecting this. You can push this out. So you can generate some more details over here easily. So you can just select these loops. So you can add some more loops over here. Okay, push this like this. Take an edge, select these two edges and click on the chamfer option and click OK. That's it. So select again, add a swift loop over here. So you can add a swift loop. After adding a swift loop, what you can do here is you can just click, right click, go on to the cut and you can just add a cut to it wherever the cut is required. After this step, you can just scale it upside down, or you can just select this on the brake part and push it a bit out. That's it. So you can just select it and you can just push this out in this manner. That's it. Okay, so as you can see, we have just generated this. We can go to the top view, and still you can use some rotate options like this to get the better result. That's it. Okay. Perfect. And you can just push this in if you like to push this in. So let's save the file over here. After this step, what you can do is you can just click over here, just click onto this step, just click on extrude option, just push this over here, resize it from the top, click OK, and if you want to make the oil cap for the brakes and the clutch part, so that can be easily done over here. So for that, what you can do is you can take a swift loop again, you can use this, extrude it onto the top, click OK, that's it. Press R and scale and push it over here in this manner. So I'm extremely sorry, you can use this part right from here. So you can just extrude this part from this over here onto the center. So if you see, look at the reference part, you can just zoom this part. Okay, it's on the top of this. Okay, so you can just add a swift loop over here. So just select this part and give a connect option, click OK, push this like this, select this polygons and click on the extrude option, and now onto this top, oops, I'm sorry. If you're done with it, just click OK. Now onto the top of this part, click here and click on the extrude option and reduce the size. That's it. So as you can see, this is your kind of your oil cap for the brakes. That's it. So use a swift loop over here also. Extremely sorry. So just select this part. Again use a connect option. So give 2 connects. Push this a bit. So you can use 3 connects. Push this a bit up. Click OK. Now press R and scale. Select this option. Loop it and use a extrude option and push this a bit in. Take this over here. If you want a bit, you can use a bit. So you can use it 0.003 So make it 0.001. Okay, that's it, and click OK. So as you can see, we have just applied this part over here. Now what we can do is we can assign the mirror. So we are working for the first part, that is here, this part. The left hand, the right hand side will just symmetry it. So let's go into this view again. So let's go into this view. Take a line tool over here. Take a line tool. So let's take off this enable in viewport. Take a line tool over here like this, and you can just use the mirror option over here. So after selecting this part, okay, so you can use the vertices also if you want, and enable in viewport and reduce the thickness. So go into the vertices, click on the fillet option a bit, and if you want you can use the fillet option over here also. That's it. So now for the mirror part, I'll take a box over here. You can take a box, or you can also take a rectangle over here. Draw a rectangle over here. So after drawing a rectangle of this part, convert to editable spline, select all 4 vertices and give a fillet option from the corner and use a extrude modifier. So you can use a extrude modifier for this. That's it. So after doing this part, what I can do is I can just convert to this editable poly, select this, use the inset option and use a bevel option. So bevel will go a bit in, push it in, push this part up and click OK. That's it. So select this part, use a bit of an inset option and use a bit of a bevel option. That's it. So as you can see, we have generated this part over here. For the line, just select this part of a line, push this a bit like this, and push this a bit like this, and you can rotate it, and again scale it. So just push it a bit in, a bit down, and push this over here. So you can just select it, and if you want you can just scale it from one side of it. Just scale from the one side part. Okay. Select this part, go into the vertices, and you can add some vertices like this. Right click, refine. So add some points over here and push it back if you want. That's it. And now over here, it's like you can just select this part, keep this over here like this. That's it. And push this to the back. Okay. So if you're not fine with it, we can just make one more line over here. So as you can see over here, so if you check out some more references, let's see some more references. So we have some more and more references. You can just check out such references over here. So mirrors are not so high. So what you can do is you can just select this part and you can just push this a bit down and push this a bit over here. So select this part and click over here, right click, refine, add a point and push this like this. So select this and use a bit of fillet option. That's it. So just rotate this like this. That's it. Okay. So as you can see, we have just generated this particular part over here. If you want to resize it, you can just resize it. Select all and change the color over here. Now click over here and you can go into this polygon, select the half part and delete it. Just select this border, right click and cap it. So now you can just select this part and you have an option, that is your modifier, that is your symmetry. Flip it, go into the symmetry option and push this over here like this. So as you can see, we have just created this particular stuff over here. So you can go over here, you can just check out the vertices. If you like to push this something more inside, you can just push it a bit more inside. Select this and push this here. So you can just manually push this part. Alright, no problem. So you can just off this part for this. Just push this over here like this. That's it. Okay. No issues. You can just delete the symmetry part for this, and manually you can just push it over here. You can just delete this part, delete the symmetry for just for that particular shape. And what you can do is you can mirror it. So just use the mirror option, press copy and just push this over. So after you're done with the shape, so as you know that over here what we have done is like it's a bit tilted. So let's make this a bit tilted. So up till now we are just making it more straighter. So let's start tilting it. So you can just make it more tilted, and this part is going to be straight. Okay. So as you can see over here, so this is going to look like this. So this is going to be somewhat like this, a bit more straighter. That's it. So as you can see, so the handle is a bit straight and this part has been tilted. Okay, so we have just modeled this part. So we'll continue the rest of the part in the next tutorial. So thanks for watching this tutorial.